Hey, it's the Terminian Hero here, and we're playing some more Crash Team Racing. I said that at the start of this video we would go back and do our first cup, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. And assuming that we have time left after that, we're gonna come back to Tiny Arena and get that CTR token. So for now, let's just head back to that gemstone place or whatever. Try to get our first gem. Oh my gosh. And let's not run into stuff like that once we're doing the actual races. Okay, red cup. Red gem cup. So this will have us race through all the tracks where we had... We'll be racing through the tracks where we got red CTR tokens from. So we'll start off with Crash Cove here. And this shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, I usually get first in these races, and now I don't even have to get first in all of them. I just have to do well enough to get first overall, because we're going to be rewarded points for how well we did in each race. So instead of getting first, I just have to get good enough. So this shouldn't be too hard at all. Someone put a TNT crate up in that shortcut. Was not difficult to avoid, though. Just thought I'd be rude to Tiny there. Still, no one has hit that TNT crate. I guess none of the computers really take the shortcut. Then again, I don't think I'm the person who put it up there, so someone must have taken the shortcut if it ended up there. Alright, we're actually not gonna win this first race. Okay. But again, we don't have to win each individual race. We got 6 points, Tiny has 9. It looks like it's taken the Mario Kart 64 point system, where first gets 9, second gets 6, third gets 3, fourth gets 1, and everyone else gets 0. It is literally the Mario Kart 64 point system. So I guess Tiny is the main person we want to compete with here. Mystery Caves. It's looking like Tiny might be a bit of a pain throughout the whole cup, but if he can get knocked back into a bad placement in just a single one of these tracks, then he should pretty much stop being a threat. It'd be really good if we could hit Tiny with something bad shortly before he crosses the finish line, because then some other people not just us, but other racers should be able to pass him as well. He is actually being pretty hard to keep up with, though. You can't avoid that, though. Goodbye. And he comes right back up to us. Man. Well, that is gonna knock him pretty far back. Same thing happened to him that happened to Coco before when we were on this course. Getting burned and falling into the pit. I kinda wish that would have happened on the last lap, because he might make his way back up through the ranks now. But at the very least, that knocked him pretty far back. Yeah, Tiny's making his way back up here. That sucks. Okay, they're competing with him at least, so just keep them down, guys. I can't really control how well you guys are doing. But they kept Tiny out of it, and Tiny fell back into last. Wow. I just needed him to fall into the bottom 4. Either way, he wasn't getting any points. And with that, we have pulled into the lead. We are 6 points ahead of Tiny. Which makes me feel pretty safe, because even if we get second on the next 2 courses, the worst we could do is tie. And that's like worst case scenario if we don't ever do worse than second. And I don't think we'll do worse than second. This isn't that hard. Anyways, what course was this? There's 2 snowy courses. I can't remember if this was Polar Pass or if the other one was Polar Pass. And if this isn't Polar Pass, what the heck is it? I honestly can't remember. Doesn't really matter, though. Ooh, I have a turbo, so I can actually use the shortcut now. Which I am gonna do. Oh my gosh, that wasn't enough. I also jumped a bit early. Okay, so we are pretty far behind now, but we definitely have time to catch up. And Tiny has time to fall behind again. Pulling back into first. Could feel the controller vibrating from my speed. Actually might have been a bad idea to attack Dingo Dial like that, because now Tiny's in second.
Tiny's lost beauty cars!
But we won again. So now we are 9 points ahead of Tiny, and I am not worried at all. Yeah, no one can really touch us at this point. Literally, we can't lose. The worst that can happen is we can tie. And in order for that to happen, we would have to get 5th or worse, and Tiny would have to win first. As long as we avoid that scenario, we have won. Of course, we're on Papu's Pyramid, which is a pretty tricky track, but I still think we'll be fine. If we do 4th or better, it's an auto win, and if Tiny doesn't get 1st, it's also an auto win. We could get last, and if Tiny only gets 2nd, it's still an auto win.
Ouch! Out of my way!
That was rude. I'm gonna be rude back to him. What on earth is happening? Okay. Hey, we got a Wumpa fruit. Hooray! We're one Wumpa fruit away from being fully juiced up. Alright, I was hoping I would hit Tiny, and I did. Although Cortex there was pretty rude and sniped my box I was gonna get. What a jerk. No wonder he's the villain.
Take that!
And that's that. We won first on 3 of the 4 races. The other one we got 2nd. There's no way we were losing. We have achieved our first gem. Poor Polar, he never got a point.
Congratulations, you've won a gem.
Alright, and we definitely still have time left. So, why don't we go and, get that other CTR token? That's not... Oh, right, we're not even in this area anymore. I do want to check... Let me pause, please. Thank you. Alright, so we will unlock another cup if this CTR token is anything other than yellow. But I think it's gonna be yellow. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking it's gonna be yellow. It's yellow. Alright, CTR challenge at Tiny Arena. I don't think this will be too hard. So apparently this is the episode where we're all against Tiny. So man, where could the tokens on this one be? They could be hidden behind anything. Oh, we missed the T. Just barely. I think Polar gave me a boost there, like he pushed me just forward enough to get past the mud. Yeah, I honestly have no clue where these are gonna be. This is a pretty big track.
Coming through. Here you go.
I can't believe we've only seen the T so far. Well, there's the C. That one's easy to get. Waste of a potion there. R couldn't quite make it. Alright, well we know where they are, though. Sort of. Okay. I was completely going the wrong way, and then I got boosted by someone else into the T. Thank you, whoever did that. And I know the R is like way at the end, so I can just focus on racing until then. Stupid Pura sniping my box.
Out of my way!
That was a good time to get a boost. Then again, when isn't it a good time? But that was a really good time. Wow, I actually hit Cortex with that even though everyone was super far behind. Yeah, there's no way I'm possibly losing this. Easy. Now with that done, let's go check out the final area here. We have the 3 keys to unlock it. We've had this for a while. So on to the castle area. I'm gonna go this way around. So we've got N.Gin Labs. Cortex Castle. Pinstripe is our boss here. We got Hot Air Skyway. The battle arena is Nitro Court. And there's Oxide Station. So I actually think we will take the time to do one race here. So N.Gin Labs. So here we've got the Super Turbo Tunnel here. There actually is a Super Turbo item that's only available in battle mode. But in single player mode, or in the race mode in general, you still get to experience Super Turbos because of the Super Turbo Battletoads Tunnel.
Here you go.
Now I mentioned before that like various courses are based on things from certain Crash games. What's interesting is that out of the first 3 Crash games, Crash 1 was the only one to not have N.Gin. And yet, N.Gin's lab here is based on Crash 1. Specifically, the level where all those barrels, these barrels, were being thrown by enemies and were being thrown towards the screen and you had to jump over them.
There you go.
So it's just kind of funny that N.Gin's lab is based on a level from the one game that was around at the time that N.Gin wasn't in. Also, I totally never mentioned what we got for getting that red gem. It actually unlocks one of the playable characters. It unlocks one of the bosses as a playable character. All the gems other than the purple gem unlock a boss as a playable character. I'm honestly not sure which one unlocks who. Sadly, the final boss, Nitrous Oxide, is not a playable character. But all the other bosses are, and you unlock them through getting those gems. But anyways, with us getting that trophy, that will be it for this video. We'll just go through the little award ceremony here.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
And that'll be it. So in the next video, we will get the remaining trophies in the game. I'm the Terminian Hero, and I will see you then.